Hallett and David Paré. We're going to call Hallett Davey, and Dave Paré, of course, from Quebec. Starting netminders first for the Hunters. Kahnawake Nicholas in goal, and for the Knights, Thomas Gajic in net for the team in black with yellow and red trim. They're playing right to left to start this first period off, and the Hunters in white with red and black trim. They will be playing from left to right. The Knights 4-0 coming in. The Hunters 2-2 following a successful road trip to the GTA this past week in Kahnawake, winning 12-9 in Newmarket and then winning 9-6 in West Durham. So the last place team in the Far East Division, Akwesasne and Kahnawake, are 2-2 this season. The Far East Division, formerly known as the Far Least Division, has actually become a powerhouse, and we are set to get going. Nicholas Edzba taking the draw for Nepean, and Nepean in control as Dax, number 15, Nolan Downey in possession of the ball now as Nepean makes their way across center. And here come the Knights, bringing this one into Kahnawake Hunters territory. Wes Donnelly swings one across. Out in front, that backdoor play nearly worked, and instead it's just a turnover, and the Hunters have it. Reese Glover-Turby dribbles, or gets into a double team here. Now the ball squirts free towards the sideboards, picked up by the Hunters. There's no reset. Oh, the clock is reset, okay. Xavier Hebert comes in, drops one back, and that pass handcuffed the intended target, and it's scooped up by Nepean. And here come the Knights in transition. Look out! Owen Tasse takes a slip, and the Knights are able to regather it as Liam Aston brings it back into Hunters territory. Played back across for Nick Peltier. Peltier swings one on the far side. Back over to the near side. Here's Aston. Lee and Aston around the screen. Swings one over. There's a pass and a quick stick right on. And a save made by Nicholas. Ball gets knocked away, and the Knights force the turnover. And a fresh 30 for the defending national champs. Nepean 18-2 last season. Their lone losses were in the regular season to Akwesasne and to Clarington. There's a shot save made. Yeah, the Knights ended up running the table in the playoffs and then running the table in the Founders Cup. Too many on the floor. Hunters were going Nepean ball. Couple of needless turnovers early here in the ball game for the Hunters. You're playing the defending national champions. You don't need to be giving this team some extra opportunities. Feed out in front. That's knocked away from Wes Donnelly, who's back on it now. Played back up to the top. And here come the Knights. Peltier, a shot. That won't hit the net, and a rebound ricochets to Kobe Lahash. Lahash, triple teamed, still has possession, and gets one over to center, and he will wheel and deal. Landon Jimerson enters the Nepean territory. Jimerson takes his time. Shot clock down to 15. The Hunters have possession in Nepean territory. Deho Rodu Daibo on the near side. Daibo squirts one back up top. Jimerson with a shot fake, driving to the goal. Double team. Good slide. Daibo picks it up. He's open. Good save made by the netminder, Thomas Gajic. Second of 5 meetings between the Knights and Hunters. Nepean won the first one 11-1 back on opening night. Here's a chance. Whistled wide of the goal. Ball ricochets into the far corner, and Nepean's on it. Never hit the net. Shot clock down to 14. As Nepean sets. ISO on the near weak side, and now it's played to the near side for Aston. He has a look, fires, and that bouncer won't hit the net. That's what we call an automatic goal in field lacrosse, but different game. And instead here, it's just a long turnover, a shot clock violation on Nepean. We'll give this baby back to the Hunters. 16:40 left to go in the first. Ethan Drake feeds one over. Dobbins to Drake. Drake trying to cut to the middle. He's forced back to the outside. Good one-on-one defense by Gasparetti, one of the vets on this Nepean team. Feed out in front, hits a leg and rolls in on Kajic, who's got it here. And there's a long ball that hits the ceiling. And a turnover on Nepean. We'll give it back to the Hunters. Hebert feeds it over and makes his way to the Nepean goal. Dobbins Kobe Dobbins had 11 points this past weekend, and his shot won't go. 4 power play goals in the 12-9 win in Newmarket on Saturday alone. Dobbins with the shot clock running down, gets it at center. It's at 10 now. 5 seconds to go. Feed out. Sideer has to take it. Gets ready. Good pressure, and it's a turnover on the Hunters on the shot clock violation. Back comes Nepean. 15:30 left to go in the first period. Still no score either way. And that one's going to squirt to the goal. And it's intercepted by Nicholas. Casey Lahash serving suspension game number 3 of 3. And he'll be back in the lineup on Saturday when the Hunters play host to Aurelia. Tehorodou Daibo. It's a shot away, pad save, rebound, Drake, and that's punched aside. Might have gotten the crossbar. Hunters get a second chance at it. Rice, open look for Daibo. He shoots, and that is patted aside by Kajic. And the Knights are on it. Partial 2-on-1. Now they're going to slow it up. As Nepean gets into Hunters territory. That's Aston. Play back up to the top for Donnelly. James Donnelly. Wes Donnelly wears 91. On the far side, Aston gets to a shooting lane. He gets the ball now. Does not take the shot. Instead swings it over. Quick stick, not on. And a rebound ricochets back up to the top. That is on net as the shot clock expires. And the Hunters will gain possession. Feed out, and it's taken away. Stolen by the Knights as Mikael Roy scoops it up. And Nepean looking to take advantage off the Hunters' turnover. Hertner dumped it off to Downey. And there's a cranker. Pad save made. A rebound deflects in the air, and the Knights get a second chance opportunity. There's a chance, and that one's whistled wide of the goal. Hunters' ball. Lahash to Jimerson. Jimerson. And that pass is a little off mark. Hunters just got to settle things down here. That's another possession where Kahnawake turns the ball over. 13:24 left to go in the scoreless first period. Knights coming back. Aston sends it across. Miles Horn does a good job forcing his man outside. There's a shot right off the emblem, the Hunters emblem, of Dehunadige Nicholas. Reese Glover Kirby gets one up. And Colby Dobbins on his weak side. The left-handed shooter. Played up to Owen Rice. Rice cranks one. Save made. And the goaltender's going save for save here. And we've got a turnover on the Knights. Early change, Hunters ball. Here's Suggo Rice. Hurdles one man. Coming in, gets a screen. Suggo trying to turn the corner, and there's a good slide as Ethan Hopkins, who was beat on the play, got right back in there. Good resilience by number 6 in black. And back comes Nepean in Hunters territory. Then out in front, no goal. Crease violation. Well, Willis got free. Beat the netminder, but only after he stepped the foot in the crease. Played across, and Willis back offensively makes the interception. Lead pass, and that won't hit the target. Nicholas not able to get there. And now he does get the loose ball, and the Hunters are on it. Back comes Kahnawake. 12:30 to go in a scoreless first period. Reese Glover Kirby against Willis. Plays it out for Suggo Rice. He's got a one-on-one. They're isolating on this side. Rice beats his man. Here's the double. The quick stick attempt is blocked. Willis got a stick in the way. Oh, Willis is everywhere here. And back come the Knights, 2-on-1. Aston gets the feed as Nepean settles things down. 12 minutes left to go in a non-stop first period. No goals either way. Peltier gets the return feed. He shoots a bouncer right on, and Nicholas answers the bell. Nicholas gets a foot out of the crease before the 5 seconds come up. Looking for someone, and he's got him. Miles Horn being challenged by Gasparetti. Gasparetti making things a little uncomfortable for Miles. Miles Horn, and that's off of a Hunter stick and out of play. Nepean forces the turnover. And this is exactly what happened the very first time these two teams played. The Hunters were forced into numerous turnovers, I should say, by Nepean. As the Knights bring it in. Good move. And that one's turned aside by Nicholas. Back in front. There's a shot. Stick save by Nicholas. All right, Casey Lahash started the very first game that these two teams played and actually played really well in nets. Bossy Rice kicks it out. Hunters trying to get their first shot in a little while. Ethan Drake sends one to Dobbins. Dobbins, 5 seconds to shoot. Bossy, and that's broken up by Willis, and here comes Willis. Dobbins trying to get back in the play. Willis home free. He is in the crease and was punched aside anyway. After the first period, the last time these two teams played, Nepean led 2-1. I know it ended up being 11, but the Hunters were alive for the first while. They never really let go of the rope until the third period once Nepean made it 6-1. Drake. Rice. He shoots, and that's blocked in front, and it lands on goal here. Save made by Kajic. And we are halfway through this first period. Still no goals either way. As the Peons, Aston one-on-one, tied up by Hebert, and the ball's turned over. Hebert. Bounce pass, and that'll be another turnover. And here comes the Nepean. Off-angle shot, save made. And I don't like that play for Nepean. They gotta settle things in. You got an off-angle shot here. 1-on-3. Just settle things down. You've been getting good opportunities when it's a 5-on-5. We'll see what the Hunters can do here on this possession. De Howard Daibo swings one across. Sugo, side deer, shoots a bouncer, save made, and that'll hit the ceiling. Fresh 30, Kahnawake. 9 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the first. Side deer. There's a feed to Rice. Sugo shoots, save made. And a rebound bounces in front, and the Knights are on it. 8:50 left to go in period one. Nepean 0, Kahnawake 0. Peltier. Down low. And there is another save by Nicholas, stopping the 5-hole attempt. Reese Glover Kirby being pressured by Peltier. And there's a good feed to Dobbins, who was coming off the bench. Colby Dobbins, full blast. And he is forced to the outside. Double team came at him. Feed across to De Howard Odu, back to Drake, and Drake had his stick knocked away. Nepean forces the turnover. Beat up the center. Oh, that's a suicide pass. And Jimerson introduces himself to Liam McLeod, who comes right back and gives him the what for. Jimerson being double teamed. This is what Nepean did in the last game. Their defense expanded and really made things uncomfortable for the Hunters. Ball bounces into Nepean territory. Drake had a step but couldn't get possession of the ball. And back comes Nepean. Late change for the Hunters. Aston all alone. And he missed it. Wes Donnelly on that loose ball. No score. 7:30 left to go in the first period that has flown by. There's a shot, save made, as Peltier let one in on goal. The Hunters working their way back into Nepean territory. Owen Rice, who had the hidden ball trick goal on Sunday against West Durham that put the Hunters up for good after missing one. That hidden ball trick worked twice in one game, just the first goal didn't go in. And there's a turnover by the Hunters. Offensively looking flustered here. 6 minutes, 53 seconds left in a scoreless first period. Aston swings one across. Feed out in front, quick stick not on. Rebound corralled by the Hunters. And the ball squirts free at center. And the Hunters have possession. Side Deer throws it back, gets the return feed. And now plays it to Dobbins at the middle of the floor. 10 seconds to shoot. And the Hunters not able to get into a rhythm here offensively. And that'll be a crease violation on Kahnawake. We're going to Nepean ball. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go in a scoreless first period. Wes Donnelly. Nolan Downey. Downey swings one over. And now here comes Nepean. Peltier beats one. He shoots on the run. Save made. Rebound loose in the house. And it squirts free to the near boards, and the Knights are on it. Willis swings one over to the near side, or the far side, I should say. Peltier against Jimerson. Now switched on by Lahash. Holding call coming up on the Hunters. First penalty of the game on the way. Here's a feed out in front. Quick stick. Save made by Nicholas. Now it's a high stick instead of a hold. Okay. So penalty coming up to the Hunters. That comes with 5:26 left to go in the first. That is our first stoppage of play in the first period. There's 5:26 left. Wow. I'd like to thank our following sponsors for the live broadcast here on K103.7. Kahnawake CrossFit, Case Popular, Kahnawake Host Hotel, Chiefs Convenience, Mohawk Online, and Res Gas and Wholesale as we have a false start on the shot clock here. Shot clock was never reset. Godzilla Gary McCumber all in there by himself. He's got to do the shot end game and put everything up on the board. Not an easy job. I've been there and I know it's not easy. Neither is killing off a Nepean power play. The Knights, and we mentioned 18-2, the defending national champions, and on work here on this game's opening power play. Feed out in front, they score! And that is Nick Peltier getting the feed. And that comes just a little under 15 minutes into the game. 5:06 left to go in the first, and Nepean has opened the scoring. 1-0. If you were looking for a very hard-nosed defensive filled lacrosse game, I think you've come to the right place here. 5:06 left to go in the first, and Nepean has first blood drawn, and the Knights win the draw here as Lasenba is able to get possession of that. Back comes Nepean. Here's James Donnelly swinging one in. Quick stick attempt is not on. Never hit the net. Knights do pick it up. Willis swings one to the near side. Aston around a screen. He scores! Lead Aston around a screen. Short side he goes on Dehundadige Nicholas, and that'll make it 2-0 with 4:38 left to go here in the first. And the Hunters have a little more work to do, down by a score of 2-0. But we'll see if the Hunters can get this draw. No. Well, I'll tell you what. Lasemba 3 for 3 here on the faceoffs. He's done a really good job for his team. The Knights actually recorded a shutout this weekend, beating Gloucester 9-0. That was Gloucester's first loss of the year. Here's a shot right on. Nice glove stop made. Second chance opportunity coming, and Owen Rice has possession for the Hunters. Owen swings one up to Bossy, one-on-one against Willis. Bossy Rice shoots, and that's right on, and a good save by Kajik. Back comes Nepean. Isaac Willis Swings one. Ball squirts free. The house picked up by Nepean. And that's right on. And back come the Hunters. Into Nepean territory. Knocked back to the Hunters bench. Picked up by Sugo Rice. And he's on it now for the Hunters. Shot clock down to 10. Just crossing center now. Sugo. Shot clock down to 4. Sugo up top. You got to get a shot away. There it is. It's not on. Shot clock violation. Hunters. With 3:07 left to go here in the first period. As Nepean makes their way back into Hunters territory. There's a feed to the near side. Out in front it comes, and that shot attempt's not on. Picked back up by the Knights. Van Domblin knocks it free. Send the guy Togwa Van Domblin after Lucy, and the Knights have possession. Shot clock doesn't reset. Now it will, as it's blockered away, or shouldered away by the Hunters netminder, the Hundaltige Nicholas, and a fresh 30 for Nepean with 2:30 to go. We got a penalty call coming up to the Hunters as one of the Knights went down. Nepean 1-for-1 on the PP. Shot clock down to 7. Nepean with the extra attacker on. Out in front it comes. Quick stick off the side, outside of the net. And interference is the call to the Hunters. And Nepean will go to work on their second power play of this game. They are 1-for-1 with the PP. Interference is the call, and we'll see who the guilty party is for the Hunters. It's Xavier Hebert in the sin bin for 2 minutes or less. Obviously, the Hunters are hoping that he serves the full 2 minutes. 2:06 left to go, period 1. Nepean by 2, and in possession here on the power play. Peltier walking in. Aston up to Peltier up high. Now they rotate positions. Peltier trying to get back door, and that pass was deflected en route. Aston back up top. Donnelly. Peltier winds up and shoots. That's not on. Follow-up chance, and there it is, and a good stop. As Kobe Lahash now picks it up for the Hunters. Given away in front of the Hunters net. And it's, no, not taken away. Reese Glover Kirby's got to get it up. That's 10 seconds because Nepean never had possession of the ball. So a 10-second count on the Hunters. We'll give it back to Nepean with 1:18 left to go in the penalty. 6-second differential game clock and penalty clock. Actually 5 seconds, so 5 seconds will expire after the penalty expires before the period expires. I'm a opponent, I didn't even know it. Back comes Nepean, working things around. Peltier swings one to Aston, bounce shot, save made. And a follow-up chance at the house. Back to Peltier. He backhand passes it over. There's a shot. Save made. And there's a wicked hit. As the Hunters try to scoop it up. Swing across. Save, and it stays out. Into Nepean territory they go. One-on-one. There's Owen Rice. Save made by Gajek. He's trying to find it. It's stuck in his equipment. 33 ticks to go here in the first. As Nepean has possession. Peltier swings one to Aston. Aston back up high. Peltier sets. He'll dump it off. Aston overhead. Save made and a rebound. Hunters on it. Nicholas. Glover Kirby. And the Hunters get into Nepean territory. That'll do it for the penalty. Hebert's out of the box. 1 second to go. Die ball! And a cranker hits Vincent Roy in the back, and that'll do it for period number 1. The Knights of Nepean up by a score of 2-0 in what was a very defensive-minded opening 20. We're coming back with the first intermission report and the second after these messages. Knights 2, Hunters 0. You're listening to Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake K103.7. Junior B season, in a nutshell, is absolutely ridiculous. You're talking about 20 games played in basically a 2-month time span. The Hunters already, this is their 5th game of the season, and then they have a really busy next week. They got 4 games basically in 7 games, 5 in 9. So they're here tonight with Nepean, and then they are at home Saturday. They will welcome Aurelia here to the sports complex. Sunday, Halton Hills is here, and then the week after that, they will be on the road in Nepean on Thursday, and then again next weekend, they got a back-to-back Friday into Sunday on the road. So no rest for the wicked, so to speak. We mentioned 20 games go by quickly, and it all happens in about 2 months, which is unbelievable. It's unbelievable just how quickly things go by here. We're getting set for the second period. Just a reminder here that the Hunters would like to acknowledge their sponsors for this season: Cross Construction, 207 Steak and Seafood, Club Res Express and Res Gas, Williams Manufacturing, 138 Discount, SJ Enterprises, OTT Magic Palace, KRK Customs, Mohawk Market, LTR Automotive, Messy Kitchen, and Pit Stop Convenience. And we are underway. Here's Owen Rice winning the face-off for the Hunters, and a quick save. Only 3 face-offs taken in that first period. All 3 went the way of Lasedba for Nepean. Here's a chance, and that one misses far side. Unofficial shots on net in that first period, 31-11. That's what the guy down there doing the shots told me. He had it at 31-11 in favor of the Knights. Back on the Hunters, trailing by a score of 2-0. Side here, shot clock down to 15. Moving pick called, and that'll be a turnover. There's just been needless turnovers here by the Hunters. You don't gotta give the defending national champions any extra breaks. You really don't. Here's Aston. He's got one of the 2 goals. Kicking one out to Peltier, the other goal scorer. Peltier around the screen, walks in, nice feed. Willis from the weight, he sees, he scores. Isaac Willis off the old pick and roll, and he rolls to the goal and gets Nepean on the board in the second period. 3rd goal overall, 3-0, defending champs. Good play by Peltier. He beats his man initially to the inside, and if you get beat to the inside, usually that is not the worst thing in the world because you're getting a switch or a slide on in that position. But however, this was a weak side ISO where 2 players were in on 2 players and the other 3 were in front. And there's another goal scored by Nepean. Wes Donnelly gets free, and the Knights go up 4-0. So Nepean is 4-0. The other 3 teams in the division, 2-2. Gloucester, boy, they did not look good this past weekend, losing 9-0 in Nepean and then 13-4 in Akwesasne, but they are a solid club, are the Griffins. Nepean's going to get a big test this upcoming weekend. They are on the road Saturday and Sunday. They visit Orangeville, and then they are at the Green Gales. So the 2 other divisional champions from last season will be on their menu as Nepean brings it into Hunters territory. 18:35 to go, 4-0 Knights. Donnelly shoots, and that's not on, and a rebound goes up and off the ceiling. But the Hunters might have gotten away with too many men right there too. Here's Dobbins driving the goal. Dobbins, a high pass. Stays in play, and Nepean's got it. Ball squirts free. Owen Rice, 1-on-4, and Drake's on it. And Easton brings it out. Shot clock never reset. So it's still at 14. Off the turnover. That's an unfortunate break for the Hunters, but they're going to have like 6 seconds to get a shot off here. Here's the bouncer, and it's not on. And Nepean will have possession. Another big thing, too, for the Hunters But for the Knights and for the Hunters specifically, they are all young. The Kahnawake Hunters, in their 9-6 win at West Durham, 6 of their 9 goals were scored by rookies. There's a feed across to the far side. Back down low, and that pass gets away from Isaac Willis, and the Hunters come back. Xavier Hebert turns on the Jets, gets one over. And here comes Suggo Rice off the bench for Dobbins. Dobbins, lefty heavy here for lineup for the Hunters, so they got 3 lefties, 2 righties out there. Shot clock down to 10. As Suggo Rice lost his footing, picks it back up. Shot clock down to 4. Lost his balance again behind the net. Dobbins in there. Shot clock violation, and Dobbins tied up. Nothing really going to come out of that. And Nepean will have possession. 4-0 Knights. James Donnelly brings it into Kahnawake territory. 16:45 left to go in the second. Nepean up 4-0. Back out top it goes. Out in front. Comes back in front of the goal to Donnelly, and that pass misses. Played back up. Aston feeds one near side. That pass was deflected. Ricochets, and Peltier's got it. 8 seconds to go. Aston out in front. York a shot. That won't hit the goal, and a shot clock violation on the Knights. Will give it back to Kahnawake with 16:23 left to go in the second. Bossy Rice beats his man. 2-on-1. Rice shoots, and that is turned away. Kajik with a big stop as Nepean comes back. Wes Donnelly in front of the goal. There's a chance. That's shouldered aside by Nicholas. Second chance opportunity, Nepean. 4 minutes gone by in the second. Comes out to Willis. He shoots, save. A rebound, squirts free. And the Knights are going to retain possession here, but not before they throw it out. And the Hunters will gain possession off the turnover. Good pressure by Miles Horn, forcing that issue. Jimerson gets a pick and skips it near side for Ethan Drake. Drake in front, the backhanded attempt, and they were never able to get set and actually catch the ball. Suggo Rice with a good job cutting to the goal, just might have made the move before he caught it, as Nepean brings it back out in front. Reese Glover Kirby on the deflection. Knights retain possession. Shot clock doesn't reset as the Hunters never had control. So we're down to 10 on the shot clock. Aston. Cutting to the goal. There's a kick save made, and a rebound bounces back out towards the penalty box, and the Hunters are in control. Owen Rice waits for his teammates to change. There's that high double once again. Skipped across. De Howard Odu all alone. Save made. Boy, a rare defensive breakdown for the Knights. Good job there by Owen Rice. If you break a double team, someone has to be open. Willis now into Hunters territory. Peltier up top. Far side, the Knights looking to attack. It comes in front. That shot near side does not hit the net. Picked back up by Donnelly. Wes Donnelly around Jacobs. Behind the goal he goes. And he does not get the shot off. Oh, he does get the shot off. What a play by Wes Donnelly. Sorry if you caught that on the microphone. Somebody was clearly not happy about that reset. And they score as Herder scores. Charlie Herder, 21, to put the Knights up 5-0 with 14:02 left to go in the second. Boy, this team is tough. Defending national champs. And they're flexing their muscle right now, up 5-0 on the hometown Hunters. Owen Rice back to the face-off circle to take this one for Kahnawake. And it is the Hunters not able to get control. Back comes Nepean. Here's York, Cameron York, kicking one out. Carter, near side. Peltier, 3 lefties out there for the Knights. Herder in front. There's a shot whistled wide of the goal. Ball stays in play. And the Hunters have it. Oh boy. That is, unfortunately, the Hunters player that had possession of the ball thought that it was being whistled back. It's a long turnover for the Hunters, and now Nepean gets the reset here in their offense. Shot clock down to 10. Feed near side. York spinning to the goal, or that's number 91, Donnelly. He steps in the crease. Good defense by Kobe Lahash. And the Hunters have possession. Bossy Rice across center into Nepean territory. Bossy splits one, spinorama, and the Knights forced a turnover. Back comes Nepean into Kahnawake territory. Here's Owen Willis, number 20. Nick Peltier. Far side. Downey. Downey in front. Willis! Save me. That's Isaac Willis. Shouldered away by Nicholas. Second chance opportunity to Nepean. Peltier back up top. Donnelly. Aston. Swings one low. That pass does not find its target. Picked up by the Hunters. And Bossy Rice is on it for Kahnawake. Bossy Rice. Lost his balance. Hunter scooping up. Dobbins hurdles Rice, and he misses it short side. All right, Colby Dobbins split the defense and hurdled Bossy Rice at the same time, but he whistled it wide of the goal. Shot clock doesn't reset. Reese Glover Kirby tied up. Down to 10 seconds. Oh, Davey Hallett's calling for a reset. Nepean never had possession of the ball. Anyway, fresh 30 Hunters. Let's see what Kahnawake can do here. Rice! Suggo Rice denied! And it's nearly jarred free. I got a stick in the way. Nepean's on it though. And Peyton Tasse swings one up high for Wes Donnelly into Hunter's territory. Donnelly trying to beat his man to the outside, fed it out in front. Jimerson trying to knock down Green. Feed comes in. That shot whistled wide of the goal, and the Hunters are on it. Jacobs. And that pass is dropped. And Willis let it go. And back come the Knights off the turnover. Save made in tight. Nicholas with the stop. And the Knights are on it again. Fresh 30 to Nepean. Save made. And back comes Kahnawake getting to center. Owen Rice gets by. Owen a shot. That deflects off of a Knight and out of play. Fresh 30 Kahnawake. Owen Rice skips one up to Dobbins. Near far side, Dehoward Odudaibo. Out in front, Drake had inside position but dropped the pass, and Nepean comes back. And here's a break for the Knights. And we're going to have a high sticky call coming up to Nepean. And the Hunters will go to work on their very first power play of the game with 10 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in the second. Knights 5, Hunters no score. Ethan Drake will take this one. It's a high sticky call on Lasenba. Ethan Drake side gear. Owen Rice on the right side. Colby Dobbins and Suggo Rice on the left side. So a righty heavy offense here for the Hunters to start on this power play. Ethan Drake slides one over. There's a shot, and that won't hit the net and go out of play. That play worked 4 times on Saturday night in Newmarket. Back comes Nepean. Cameron York returns it over to Nolan Downey. Far side, Aston. Shot clock down to 10. Now the Hunters screaming for the double. Shot clock down to 5. Comes out in front. And that's a crease ball called on Nepean as Donnelly stepped in the crease and then was the first player to touch it. Can't do that, obviously, on offense. So the Hunters come back. Drake to side here. to Ethan Drake. Far side, Dobbins. Give it and going on that far side. Now Drake switching positions with side here. Drake, he shoots on the run. Save made. And a rebound. Nepean's on it. Ball squirts free. Owen Rice, a backhander. Not on. A rebound deflects up the middle of the floor. We got a penalty coming up on Nepean. And it is a checking for behind call, so this will be a 4-minute double minor on Owen Willis. Fork in the road opportunity, Kahnawake. You got to get at least one here. Timeout. Timeout, Kahnawake. Timeout, Hunters. Nepean leading by a score of 5-0 here at the Sports Complex. So the Hunters have called for time. They'll get the 30-second timeout. A 4-minute double minor up on the board for Nepean, as well as 37 seconds of a 5-on-3. Can Kahnawake convert is the question. Hunters would like to acknowledge their sponsors for this 2023 season. Cross Construction, 207 Steak and Seafood, Club Res Express, and Res Gas. Williams Manufacturing, 138 Discount, SJ Enterprises, OTT, Magic Palace, KRK Customs, HRK Customs, Mohawk Market, LTR Automotive, Messy Kitchen, and Pit Stop Convenience. I'll tell you what, it would be really convenient for the Hunters if they're able to get one here on the man advantage. They have to get at least one, you figure, right now. Down 5-0 with 8:35 left to go in the second period. 37 seconds of a 5-on-3. I would expect Kobe Lahash, who's at center here on the power play, to be the guy in the back here, make it a 4-on-3 power play instead for the Hunters, with Lahash basically playing at center court for the duration of the 5-on-3 power play. Drake up top. Dobbins! Save! A rebound. Drake picks it back up. Shot clock resets. Ethan Drake fakes the pass. Side near. 13 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. Drake. Backdoor feed! What a stop! Gajic post to post. And he makes a big stop denying Suggle Rice, and that will kill off the 5-on-3 portion basically of this power play. Ooh, that'll be a penalty on the Hunters, and this will kill off a little more. And that is a checking for behind on Ethan Drake. And so he's going to the sin bin for 4 minutes. And that will make it a very long 4-on-4, presuming there's no other penalties called. 3:22 left in the 4-minute double minor to Owen Willis. And now Ethan Drake in the sin bin for 4 minutes, so a lot of room out there. 4-on-4 for 3:22. Nepean in possession of the ball, up by a score of 5-0 here over the Hunters. Here's a drive and a save made. Follow-up chance, York got his own rebound. Or that was Wes Donnelly, who got his own rebound. York now. Near side up high. Good spin move, a shot, save made. A spin around a shot. And the Knights force another turnover. Nepean will wait for reinforcements to emerge off the bench. Aston, far side. Two righties, two lefties for the Knights on this 4-on-4 situation. What a move by Donnelly, and he is turned aside by Nicholas. And back come the Hunters. Kobe Lahash, wheeling and dealing for Owen Rice. 4-on-4 here. Dobbins. Up, and the pass misses behind your Duckwood Deer. And Nepean forces the turnover. Back come the Knights. Mikael Roy wheels and deals on the bench for James Donnelly. 19 seconds to shoot. James Donnelly skips one far side. Shot clock down to 8. There's a drive and a goal scored by Herger. Herbert's got his second. 6-0 Nepean with 6:46 left to go in the second. 1:54 left to go in the 4-on-4. forget the Hunters, a couple of teams that have looked really good in the season are coming here this weekend. Aurelia, 2-0 to start the year with a couple of wins over Newmarket. Or they beat West Durham twice, Aurelia. They're here on Saturday. Sunday, Halton Hills, the Dogs, they're back here on. Oh, there's an interference call coming up to Nepean. Hunter's possession. So Kobe Lahash brings it in. Dehorodu Daibo. Sungle Rice. Skip pass near side. Dropped by Deer. Sai picks it up. And he gets it over far side. There's a drive. Save made. And that hits the mesh. So a fresh 30 coming up for the Hunters with 6:19 to go in the second. Kahnawake trailing 6-0. Drop back by Dehorodu Daibo. Side Deer trying to track it. He couldn't get it. And here's the breakaway for number 26, Tase. And he scores. Peyton Tase gets the goal, and Nepean leads it 7-0. And that goal also comes 4-on-4, so with 6:08 left to go in the second, the Knights get the extra point after the touchdown and lead 7-zip. Sent the guy in Togwa Van Dalman. Getting set to take the draw for the Hunters. Van Dalman not able to come up with it, and it's Gasparetti in possession for Nepean. Downey, far side. Downey swings one near side. Feet up high. There's a finish. Tic-tac-toe, and Liam Aston's got his second, and the Knights have upped the lead to 8-zip. And you almost wonder when head coach Garrett Cree may decide to go with the backup here. The Hunters can't be discouraged. They're 2-2 on the season. It's the second time they're facing Nepean this year, and Nepean, they haven't given up a goal in a couple of games. They shut out Gloucester. Or actually, they won 16-2. I take that back. They beat somebody 16-2 over the weekend. But still, there's a tough team to crack in the Knights. Shot clock down to 7. 30 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. And that one settled in. They beat Brampton over the weekend 16-2. That's who the Hunters will be traveling to go see on the very rare one-day trip to the Greater Toronto area. Because there's 11 teams this year, Mimico dropping out, 11 teams in the Eastern Conference. So the Hunters won't have to go there for 2, they'll have to go there for 1. Turnover, Kahnawake. Hopkins trying to shake off a check from Dehorodu Daibo, and he'll give it off to Tase. Cameron York. And the penalty to Nepean is over. Willis goes to the bench. And a power play for Nepean, very abbreviated, 20 seconds on it. Kick out. Feed in front. What a stop, Nicholas! As he comes post to post to take a sure goal away from Cameron York. And Hunter's ball. Okay. Back comes Kahnawake with Colby Dobbins. Against Lasenba. Penalty is over. Drake off on the floor. Saidir swings one over. Quick stick. Save made by Kajik. And he bombs one down the floor. Donnelly not able to get the handle on it. And that's stolen by Kobe Lahash. Jacobs, or Horn, sorry, breaking into Nepean territory. It's Tylan Dibo, sorry, 69 with possession. And it's stripped free. Gasparetti's on it for Nepean. Gasparetti, a home run pass, and that is reeled in. Breakaway. And that stopped. 3:30 to go. There's a lob pass that's reeled in by Kobe Lahash at the restraining line. He waits for reinforcements to emerge off the bench, and he hits Suggo Rice with this feed. Suggo near side. Behind your Deer. Back for Suggo Rice. Rice winds up a bouncer. Save made, and it ricochets out of play. First 30, Kahnawake. Side Deer. Near side. Skips one to the middle. Suggo Rice. Dobbins goes down hard after the screen, and then Rice gets slammed into the boards hard by Tasse. Dobbins off his stick back behind the Knights net, and Nepean will force the turnover. 2:44 left to go in the second. Nepean 8, Kahnawake zip. 20 seconds to go. James Donnelly near side. Isaac Willis back behind the goal they go. Aston in front. There's a drive, shoulder save. Second chance opportunity. Wes Donnelly on it for the Knights. Donnelly up high. Aston out in front. There's a shot from 15 feet out, and it is stopped just inside the house. Good save by the Hunters tender. And Kahnawake will throw this one away. Meanwhile, Deho Dibo tied up with Mikael Roy away from the play. Those two guys had their sticks locked and were never really able to get away from each other for a good 7 seconds. Donnelly has a look. There's a shot, save made, and Wes Donnelly got free and no slide for the Hunters. And this one ricochets back into Kahnawake territory. Fresh 30 for Nepean, and they throw it away. Hunters ball. Reese Glover Kirby into Nepean territory. Feed across, and that one's intercepted. Dobbins was the intended target. 3-1 Nepean. They come back. Hopkins out in front, and the backdoor feed is intercepted by Jimerson, or at least it was deflected by Jimerson. He never quite got possession of the ball. Lahash in there, and the Knights force the turnover, and we are entering the final minute of play. Manual shot clock count. They say the Hunters never had possession. Up high. There's the drive. Aston turned aside. 48 seconds left to go in the second period. Nepean by 8. And Jimerson has this one knocked away by Aston. Landon Jimerson shakes away from a check. Gets across the restraining line, and he deals it over. Rice. Suggo Rice up high for Dobbins. Shot clock down to 8. Owen Rice. Skip pass across. There's a shot, and it's a shot clock violation on the Hunters with 15.2 to go here in the second period of play. So that means Nepean will get one last opportunity here in this period. 7 seconds to shoot. Far side. There's a shot. Save made. Donnelly tries to tuck it in with one hand. Good awareness as the second period was coming to an end. And that'll wrap it up. And what a second for Nepean. They outscore the Hunters 6-0, and they lead 8-0 after 40. We're coming right back. You are listening to Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake's K103.7. Well, Kahnawake trails 8-0 after 2. The two teams are back on the floor. Now we'll go for joining us here for Hunters Lacrosse on K103.7. I'm Brandon Bordeaux on the mic. So Ethan Drake will try to take on Nate Lasenba, who has done a good job. Or no, Drake's not gonna. They're gonna have Owen Rice do it instead. They were going with Sendagaya Togwa Van Domelen, but Lasenba was getting the better of him. Owen Rice beat him a couple of times in that second period, but so Lasenba, he's certainly done enough in that face-off dot to keep his coaching staff, have him rolling, and now we've got a whistle. He steps in early here, so that'll be a violation on the draw against Nepean. Hunter's ball, Owen Rice on the far side, throws it out in front. Drake is there, he scores! Ethan Drake. And that'll make it 8-1. The Hunters are on the board. And again, I don't know if you're going to come back from 7 goals down, but that's a good start. 12 seconds into the third period, the Hunters get their first goal of the night. Owen Rice beats the initial press. And this is where the press for Nepean kind of burns them. Owen Rice beats the press. He and Ethan Drake work a two-man game, and Drake with the finish in tight. That'll make it 8-1. And the Hunters win the draw. Here comes Owen Rice. 3 Knights are trapped. And the Hunters behind your Duckwood Deer. There's a hard pick throw by Side Deer, but the Knights forced a turnover. Back comes Nepean in transition. Windayer decides to leave it. And Aston feeds it up high for Peltier. Peltier for Isaac Willis. Aston works his way up high. There's a feed from the house. Pad save made. A rebound ricochets off the far side wall, and it stays in play. Peltier near side. Aston in front of the net. Good feed, and there's a good look. Save made. Second chance opportunity. Third chance opportunity. Another save. Peltier. What a stop! What a sequence of stops. And now some rough stuff going on in the corner. And we're going to have a penalty call against the Hunters. Roughing is the call. The Nepean going to work on the power play. They are 2 for 3 with the PP. So the Knights on the PP. Aston near side. Play up high, and there's a good quick stick up attempt and a better stop by Nicholas. The ball bounces out of play. Fresh 30 Knights. Aston near side. Up high for Peltier. Far side is where the lefties are, 3-on-2, as Nepean is playing right to left this third period. Hunters obviously being left to right. Peltier. There's this drive by number 21, Herbert. That misses the net, and the ball goes out of play. Does not hit the target, as we mentioned, so the Hunters have possession. Owen Rice up to the restraining line. Turning on the Jets, trying to beat his man outside, but there's the triple team, and now the Hunters kick it up high. Shot clock down to 14. Dobbins. Dobbins. His shot hits a stick and then deflects towards the netminder, Gajic, who's got it now. He feeds one to Aston. Aston waiting for some fresh reinforcements to come off the bench. They have their full change. 5-on-4 power play has another 44 seconds on it for Nepean. Backhand pass far side. Aston. Moving pick called on Nepean. Hunters ball. And no one picking it up for the Hunters. Suggle Rice to Side Deer on the far side. 33 seconds left to go in the Kahnawake penalty. Side. Shot clock down to 10. Sai spinning in. 3 seconds to go. He lost the ball, picked it back up, and that'll be a shot clock violation on the Hunters with 5 seconds to go in their penalty. And that will do it for the Nepean power play. Knights 2 for 4 on the man advantage. Jimerson with some high pressure. And Isaiah Moran Weeks. One hands, one across. Near side, the Knights in control. Up high, here's a wide open look. What happened there? Shoulder to side. Boy, some sleepwalking moments for the Hunters defensively. Xavier Hebert. Hebert. Rice overran the ball. The Knights have it. Whoa, what was that? Something just flew off the stick of Kajic. And I kind of got it mixed up with the ball. 3 seconds ago, Weeks. That was stopped. Shot clock resets Jimerson on it. Owen Rice to the outside. He's got one man to beat. Dobbins, his pass deflects. Suggle Rice on it now. Shot clock down to 17. Suggle Rice shoots. And he lost his balance, and the Knights scoop it up. And back comes Nepean. 15:25 left to go in this third period. And that feed is off the mark, and the Hunters, Xavier Hebert's on it. Here comes Hebert for the Hunters. Hebert tripped up. There's going to be a penalty on Nepean. There might be more. It's just a trip. Oh, and a slash. So it's a double minor on Nepean. And the Hunters will go to work on a power play. Cameron York, nope, number 8, sorry, James Donnelly. Oh, they got two guys. So Mikael Roy, James Donnelly in the box, and it's a 5-on-3 power play for the Hunters. They got a full 2 minutes. We'll see what they can make out of this. Ethan Drake to Owen Rice. Kobe Lahaj is just going to remain up there. There's a shot off the shoulder. LeBlanc trying to knock it free. And the Knights come up with it. Wow, what a juke move by Windair. Dax Windair double teamed, actually triple teamed as Tylen Daibo's in there now as well. And that is going to be an interference call on the Hunters as Windair, who was triple teamed, lost his stick, and then one of the Hunters threw it away. Oh, wow, a 5-on-3 short-handed goal. Hunters fall asleep. Nolan Downey wide open in front of the goal. And you know Garrett Cree is really not going to like that. 5-on-3 short-handed goal for the Knights, and that'll make it 9-1 Nepean with 14:25 left to go. So they're going to have Sadigai Togwa Van Domlin come back to take the draw against the Senba. That goal comes 1:18 left to go in the 2 penalties for Nepean. One to the Hunters bench, and Van Domlin finally beats him off the drop, but the ball goes out of play. Oh, Davey Hallett saying it's Hunters' ball. Okay. So the Hunters going to work here on the power play. Colby Dobbins. LeBlanc. Dobbins. LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Shoots. That's taken away. Kajic shutting off the airspace on that attempt. And back come the Knights in Kahnawake territory. Nolan Downey drops it back for Isaiah Moran Weeks. And Moran double team, ball squirts free. Still fighting for the possession along the near wall. And that'll get away from Hebert, and a turnover by the Hunters. 20 seconds left to go in the power play for Kahnawake. The 5-on-3 as well. Herbert, far side. Downey. Boy, a 5-on-3 that could have given the Hunters some momentum. Instead has given all the momentum back to Nepean. They kill off the 2 penalties. Shot clock violation on Nepean. Gives it back to the Hunters. As Dobbins brings it in. Colby Dobbins behind the goal. Dobbins out in front. Daibo, he's tied up, can't get the shot away. And a rebound clamped on by Kajic. Peyton Tasse. Up to Herbert. Back out. Peltier. And that pass is deflected. We got a whistle and a push on the back called against the Knights. Possession call. So the Hunters have the ball. Jimerson. One hands it to Owen Rice. Rice beats his man along the wall. He shoots, and that's off the outside of the net. Hit the outside of the goal, not the post, so that's why Nepean will have possession. And back they come with 11:55 left to go here. The Knights leading this baby 9-1. First of 3 home games in 4 days for the Hunters. They're off tomorrow, back here Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. start time against the Aurelia Kings Saturday. And there's a turnover as Kobe Lahash knocked it away. I thought he actually got it. He never got possession. Now he does. And Lahash brings it into Nepean territory. Interference on Daibo, so Nepean will have possession of the ball. And now Daibo going after Peltier. Peltier doesn't want to go. Tylen Daibo took off his gloves, and cooler heads ultimately prevailing. Kahnawake doesn't need any more suspensions. And I do not believe anything major will come out of this. Tylen Daibo's going to sit, though, for a little while. He's the only guy in the box. There's 11:27 left to go in the third. And the Knights have a 9-1 lead. Hunters lacrosse here on Kahnawake's K103.7. And they're going to talk this baby over. Okay, so never mind. They've come to a quick decision. It is a 7-minute penalty to Tylen Daibo, a 2 and a 5. And the Knights will have a pretty darn long power play here. Oh, I just killed a mosquito. On a side note, summer's officially coming back, baby. Just had my first mosquito bite of the year. Maybe not first, but first massive one. Knights in possession. There's a shot. Pad save made. First 30, Nepean. Aston. Up high. Aston. Back door. What a pad save by the netminder, Nicholas. Wow. Reese Glover Kirby breaks the press, gets it to Nepean territory. He goes to the far side and lobs it to Owen Rice, who's in possession now in Nepean territory. Side Deer with 15 to shoot. Deer. Sai lost the ball, picks it back up, shot clock down to 2. And Dobbins is not going to get this one away. That's a shot clock violation against the home squad, and Nepean still got 5:45 to work in this, I don't know, major power play? 7-minute power play. I don't really know if we call that a major or a minor? I don't know. Anyway, here's a shot. Save made. Jimerson. Far side. Behind your Duckwood Deer. Turning on the Jets. Up high. Suggle Rice. Spinning. He lost it, and the Knights scoop it up. And back comes Nepean. Owen Tasse puts on the brakes and gets it over to Herbert, who's got 2 goals. Charlie Hurtner. Up high. Peltier. 3 lefties and 2 righties out there for the Knights. Aston. Backhand pass. Near side. Back up to the top. There's a shot. Chastain made. A rebound. Peltier trying to get there, but instead it's Hurtner who's on it. Aston up high. Peltier. Quick stick attempt. Save made. A rebound loose at the lip of the crease. There's a shot. Shouldered aside. And the Knights have it again. Fresh 30 Nepean with 4 minutes left to go in the power play. 9-1 Knights on top. Backdoor feed! Crease violation, Nepean. Hunter's possession. Xavier Hebert turning on the Jets. Gets the center for Kahnawake. Hebert comes to the near side wall. Out in front. Quick stick. Owen Rice denied. Good stop, Kajic. Off the quick stick from 22 feet out by Owen Rice. And the Knights slowing things down. Near side, Aston. He gets the feed up high, good block and a good stop as Willis was denied. Dobbins into Nepean territory. Colby Dobbins by his lonesome. They hide your Duckwood Deer. He is over the restraining line. Turnover, Hunters with 2:45 left to go in the penalty. 7:12 left to go in the period, and the Knights, unless something unbelievable happens, are going to get to 5-0, and the Hunters will drop to 2-3 as the Nepean's up by 8 goals, 9-1. In front. And look, that's what the Knights are doing on the power play. Everybody's kind of moving at the same time. Like in basketball, motion offense. There's a shot, kept out by the Hunters tender. The pass for Jacobs is intercepted by Nepean. And Downey plays it back to center. Nepean getting a reset here on this power play. Far side. Aston over the top, scores. And he's got his 3rd goal of the game. And that'll make it 10-1 Knights. Also interesting to note for the Hunters, no Cayman Daibo tonight. Cayman putting up 7 points last Saturday and then 5 points last Sunday. Well, 4 points, last Sunday. Could have been a big help for this Kahnawake team. 11 points in his first 2 games. Not in the lineup. Wes Donnelly actually out of this game. So my apologies to Isaiah Moran Weeks, who actually has a goal tonight instead of Wes Donnelly. Moran wearing number 91. So Nepean still on the power play. They've scored 1 on the major. Here's a shot, pad save made. Kicked up in the air. Knights, Isaiah Willis in control, and a second chance opportunity for Nepean. Willis up high. Donnelly. Willis. Near side, that pass deflects. Drake trying to gain possession, and Ethan Drake does have control for Kahnawake. Drake makes his way across center into Nepean territory. Drake tied up, backs it out. Final minute of the power play. The 7-minute power play for Nepean. Sideer trying to scoop it up, throws it to the near side, and Nepean will have possession in a fresh 30 now with the final 40 seconds winding down on this night's power play. A 7-minute PP. They have scored 1 goal already on it. Isaac Willis, up high. Willis. There's a shoulder save made off the high shot from Peltier, and he cranked that one from just about outside 35 feet. Willis to Peltier. He scores. Nick Peltier's got his second, and that is 2 goals off of the major. That comes with 7 seconds left actually in the penalty, so Tylen Daibo is going to have to stay for another 7 seconds. And we're going to have a goaltending change. And that'll do it for Kahnawake Nicholas. And Lucas Daibo, the call-up, is coming in to be the netminder here. And the Knights gain possession. And that'll do it for Tylen Daibo. His penalty is over. But he's going to have to stay in the penalty box. There's a feed up for Owen Rice. Rice trying to spin off Owen Tase. He does, but the shot doesn't hit the net. He got pushed from the back. Fresh 30 Kahnawake. 4 minutes left to go in this one. Dobbins. Suggle Rice. Side here, shoots. He missed it. Dobbins picks it up. Colby drives by one. Dobbins shoots, and that misses as well. Ball up in the air. Suggle Rice settles it down. LeBlanc pinned along the wall, and the Knights have possession. Owen Willis. Into Hunters territory, and he'll wheel and deal for Isaiah Moran. Goal! Nolan Downey with the finish in tight, and that'll up the lead to 12-1 Knights. New Hunters netminder Lucas Daibo, he's in there. After an admirable effort from the netminder for the Hunters, Kahnawake Nicholas. Casey Lahash, by the way, this is his final game of a 3-game suspension, so he will be back this weekend. Billy Dodonna will be back the following week. Mark Henderson will be back on Sunday. Bocephus Delabous will be back next Thursday in Nepean. And I think that's everyone. There comes Nepean. Following, of course, that melee here at the Plex. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 2 more chances for the Hunters to get a home win. And there's a goal for the Knights as Cameron York on the finish makes it 13-1. And the Hunters have just let go of the rope. They started this third period off with a goal, but after that, 5 unanswered for the Knights have put no doubt on this one. So our next broadcast will be Saturday night at 7 p.m. when the Hunters host the Orillia Kings. And Orillia, they are 2-0, so that's another team that the Hunters could really see themselves fighting for playoff positioning with. 2-1, Aurelia did drop I believe it was an 11-6 decision in Orangeville. There's a feed to Suggo Rice. He comes in, he scores! Suggo Rice on the finish, and that makes it 13-2 with 2:45 left to go. So a nice little sign for the Hunters here. Nice little positive momentum boost to end this one. 2:45 left to go, trailing 13-2. Side deer roughed up and double teamed. And back comes Nepean into Kahnawake territory. That is Ethan Hopkins, who will kick it out for James Donnelly, near side Downey. And he will gingerly make his way into Hunters territory. Shot clock down to 6. Out in front, Lucas Dymo with a big save in tight. Back up the Hunters into Nepean territory. Ball squirts free and picked up off the hop. And there's a big collision. Stolen by the Knights. And there goes the stick of Kobe Lahash. It shatters in half. So it's 5 on 4.5 basically. And there's a big hit throw by Tylen Dymo as he knocked down Mikael Roy. Near side. Hertner kicks it outside to Nola Downey out in front. Backhander saved by Lucas. A rebound. Second chance opportunity. Knights on it. And the ball's lobbed up top for Cameron York. Miles Horn with the high pressure. York beats the press. Gets it to Hunters territory. Swing zone out in front. Goal. Hertner with the third goal of the night for him. And that comes with 1:08 left to go. And Nepean will get to 5-0. The Hunters will fall to 2-3. And two big games coming up for the Hunters this week. And you know that Aurelia, they're going to be pretty much in the same ballpark for the Hunters. And then Halton Hills, whenever the Hunters and Halton go at it, no matter who's where in the standings, it's always competitive. Kahnawake finished 3-17 last year. They lost in Halton Hills by a score of 11-10. So this weekend, a big weekend, definitely. They all are in the OLA Junior B standings, but obviously this weekend coming up is going to be massive for Kahnawake as the final 47 seconds will tick off. The Knights are just kind of nursing the ball in their own end of the floor. Peltier just kind of lobs it into the corner. 35.3 seconds left to go. Tylen Dymo for Ethan Drake. Side here as the crowd starts to file out here at the Plex. Deer out in front. Drake comes in. Shoulder save. And it rolls over the top of the goal. 7 seconds remaining. Ball still loose behind the net. Scooped up by the Hunters. Dobbins threw one up. Behind your Duckwood Deer. Pushed outside. Suggo Rice, one last shot. That misses, and that'll do it. This game is over. The Nepean Knights get the win here in Kahnawake by a final count of 14-2. But don't worry, this is not the last you'll hear from us. We got another 2 games coming up this weekend. We're back here Saturday night, 7 p.m. when the Hunters host the Aurelia Kings. I'm Brandon Bordeaux saying good night from the Kahnawake Sports Complex. Your final score, Nepean 14, Kahnawake Hunters 2. This has been Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake's K103.7.